Imagine this, Drake, the biggest name in hip-hop, the Sixth God himself, standing on stage in front of thousands. But something's different. The lights are dimmer, his face looks tense, and for the first time ever, he looks like he doesn't even want to be there. Cameras are rolling, fans are screaming, but within seconds, what happens next will go viral and shake the entire music world. Because after this night, Drake might never perform live again. It all started when one of his own loyal fans, caught something on camera that changed everything. At first, it looked like a simple concert moment. But when the clip hit social media, the internet exploded. Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit lit up with accusations, theories, and even confessions from people claiming they knew the truth about what Drake was hiding. Some said it was about betrayal. Others whispered about a secret that could end his career. But what everyone agreed on, that something broke inside Drake that night. You see, when you're that big, when every move you make is magnified under the brightest lights, one moment, one word, one look can flip your whole world upside down. And this time, it wasn't haters or the media coming for him. It was his own people. Fans who once screamed his lyrics from the front row suddenly turned on him, exposing something he thought would never see the light of day. The footage, chilling, the aftermath. Even worse, Drake's team scrambled for damage control. Friends went silent, and the OVO camp started deleting posts left and right. The question now isn't just what day sits, why Drake might be ready to walk away from live shows for good. Because of something only his fans could have revealed. And once you hear what they caught, trust mule. Never look at Drake the same way again. It started like any other night on the It's All a Blur tour, Toronto energy, flashing lights. The kind of crowd that sells out before pre-sale even opens. Drake was back home in his element, standing in the glow of thousands who'd waited hours just to hear Marvin's Room live. But something about that night, something unspoken hung, heavy in the air. You could see it on his face before the beat even dropped. The cameras caught him smiling, but not really smiling. You know that type of smile when you're trying to hold it together? That's what it was. The crowd was hyped, but Drake's energy felt disconnected. And at first, nobody thought much of a TARDIS of off days, right? But then, one fan's phone captured a moment that would blow up the internet and twist this whole story into chaos. A girl in the front row. Twitter user at BRIALUVZOV posted a 15-second clip that went viral within minutes. At first, it just looked like Drake wiping his face mid-performance, stepping back like he was emotional. But then, when fans slowed it down, enhanced the audio, and played it back with filters, they claimed they heard him say something under his breath. Something that didn't sound like a lyric at all. "Y'all don't even know what you did to me." That one line flipped everything. Reddit threads exploded, TikTok sleuths dissected every frame, and suddenly, people were convinced Drake wasn't just performing, he was breaking down. Fans started connecting dots nobody even knew existed. Because here's where it gets wild. Rumors started that a leaked fan video earlier that week had exposed something Drake never wanted out. Not from a journalist, not from a rival, but from his own fans. The same people he calls family, according to insiders. It all started 2 days before the concert, when someone from the OVO Fest rehearsal allegedly posted behind-the-scenes clips on a private fan Discord. At first, it was harmless Drake joking around, practicing transitions, fixing lighting cues. But one clip showed something else entirely. Drake was sitting on a stool, hoodie up, talking to someone off camera. His voice was low, but the mic from the stage feed picked up every word. "I'm done with this. They don't even love me for the music anymore," he said. "It's all screenshots, memes, and who I'm with." That clip, whether real or edited, hit social media like a bomb. Within hours, blogs like The Neighborhood Talk and Say Cheese reposted it, calling it Drake's emotional confession caught off guard. Cassie from Candidly, Cassie even went live that night saying, "I don't care what anybody says, Drake sounds hurt. This is deeper than music. This sounds like betrayal." By the time Drake hit the stage that night, the narrative had already spiraled. His fans weren't just showing up for the show, they were showing up to watch a breakdown. Every camera pointed, every TikTok live ready. Every person waiting for something to happen, and then it did. Midway through started from the bottom. Drake stopped the track cold. The band froze. He walked to the edge of the stage, sweat dripping, eyes glassy. He looked straight into the crowd, right where the phones were recording, and said, "I see everything. I know who y'all are." The arena went silent. You could hear gasps, people whispering, "Is he talking to us?" Some fans thought it was part of the Shua performance bit, some kind of meta moment. But those close to the front swear it wasn't an act. His tone was too raw, too sharp. And then, without warning, he walked off stage. Boom, lights cut. Music stopped. The crowd waited, confused. After 10 minutes, the DJ came back awkwardly, trying to restart the energy. But the vibe was gone. Twitter went nuclear. #Drake Breakdown trended worldwide. Some fans defended him, saying he was clearly under pressure. Others accused him of turning on his own. Memes flooded the internet, one side clowning him, the other side saying protect Drake at all costs. But then something darker dropped. A second video surfaced, allegedly from backstage, posted by a TikTok user claiming to be part of the stage crew. In the grainy footage, you can hear Drake arguing with someone believed to be an OVO security manager. "You should have stopped that clip before it leaked." "Bro," Drake snaps. The other voice says, "We thought it was harmless, man. It was just rehearsal footage. Harmless." Drake fires back. "Now I'm trending like I'm crazy. You think that's harmless?" That video racked up 5 million views overnight before disappearing. The user's account was wiped clean. Gone. And that's when people started piecing together a bigger theory. That Drake was ready to quit performing altogether. That this wasn't a one-night meltdown. That the leak had exposed something way more personal. Candidly, Cassie dropped a new video titled, "The Real Reason Drake Might Never Perform Again," claiming insiders told her Drake felt betrayed by the same audience he built. She quoted someone close to OVO saying, "It's not about music anymore for him. It's about control. He feels like he's being watched, not loved." Meanwhile, fans began noticing weird things. His tour merch store going offline. His management canceling upcoming meet and greet packages. And his Instagram stories, usually filled with witty captions, suddenly going dark. People who attended the show described the aftermath like a funeral. One fan said, "We came to party. We left in silence. It didn't feel like a concert, it felt like goodbye." It's what made it even crazier. Other celebs started chiming in. Joe Budden went on his podcast and said, "I've been told y'all, Drake don't like this fame anymore. He's too deep in it." One leak and man's ready to disappear. Tory Lanez's old collaborator posted a cryptic tweet saying, "Drake's not crazy. He's realizing what this game really is." Even The Weeknd liked a shady comment that said, "Sometimes you gotta step back to find peace." Fans speculated that this wasn't just about the leaked rehearsal video. Some claimed there was another clip, one that hadn't been made public yet, showing a private conversation where Drake allegedly talks about his relationship with a high-profile female artist. Others whispered that he felt betrayed by someone in his inner circle. Someone who'd sold that clip for a payout. And right when the speculation hit its peak, Drake finally posted one story. Black background. White text, black background. Be careful what you show the world. They might love you for it. Or destroy you for it. The internet froze. No caption. No emojis. Just that dot. Within minutes, #Drake quitting started trending. Every fan page, gossip channel, and podcast host jumped on the wave. Cassie went live again, saying if this is how it ends, it's the most poetic fall-off in hip-hop history. The man who gave us emotion in every verse got eaten alive by emotion in real life. But here's where it takes an even crazier turn. A leaked email thread from a Toronto event organizer surfaced allegedly confirming that Drake's team was postponing all future live performances. until further notice. Whether it was legit or fake, nobody knew, but fans believed it. Suddenly, the story wasn't just about a concert gone wrong, it was about an artist on the edge. People started flooding his comments. Don't let them win. Drake, we love you. Forget the haters. Others mocked him, saying, bro can't handle pressure or you record your pain. Now you're living it. The divide was brutal. Inside sources close to OVO told blogs that Drake wasn't taking calls, wasn't responding to messages. Even his best friend Chubbs reportedly told someone he's in a different space right now. Don't nobody reach out till he's ready. A week later, new footage emerged Drake spotted in Turks and Caicos. Sitting alone at a beach cafe, hoodie up, headphones on. TMZ captioned it, Drake in isolation after viral fan scandal. And in the background, if you listen close, you can hear the faint sound of one of his own songs playing from the cafe's speakers. Over. It's almost poetic. Because maybe, just maybe, this really was the end of the Six God era. It's been 3 days since that night. And the world still can't stop talking about it. The hashtags haven't died down. The fan edits keep multiplying. And Drake's silence is starting to sound louder than any verse he ever dropped. But here's the thing. Nobody expected what came next. Because behind the scenes, things inside the OVO camp were falling apart. One source close to the crew leaked messages that allegedly showed heated arguments between Drake's inner circle. The messages, which popped up on a private Reddit thread, showed a back and forth between two members of his team. One of them believed to be his tour director. Message 1 read, bro, we shouldn't have let the phones in that night. He told us to shut that section down. Message 2, we couldn't stop it. There were influencers everywhere. You think they listen when security says no filming? And the last one, he's done. I'm telling you. He's saying this is it for live shows. That leak reignited everything. Fans started theorizing that Drake had actually planned to make that night his farewell, until the fan video twisted it into something else. The idea that Drake, the man who built his empire on connection, felt betrayed by the same fans who made him famous became a social media firestorm. Then came the second clip, a YouTube channel known for digging up Lost. Footage dropped a 40-second video titled, What Drake Didn't Want You to See. Within an hour, it had over 2 million views. The video showed Drake backstage, pacing, visibly upset. His voice cracked as he said, I gave everything to this. Every city, every show, every word. But when your own people start watching you, like the ops, what's the point? You could hear someone off camera try to calm him down. Drizzy, chill, bro. You just need time. Don't make decisions like this tonight. Drake didn't respond. He just shook his head, muttered something under his breath, and walked out of frame. That clip changed everything suddenly. This wasn't just another celebrity meltdown. This was Drake, the man who made vulnerability cool, breaking down in real time. People started posting emotional tributes, like this man gave us the soundtrack to our lives and we turned our backs. Others said it felt staged, a PR stunt to sell sympathy before dropping an album. But insiders swore it was real. Even DJ Academics weighed in on Twitch, saying, ain't no PR stunt here. Drake's ego ain't built for pity. This is a man that's hurt for real. And when you hurt someone like Drake who turns pain into profit, you might have just created a monster. But while the world was reacting, Drake had vanished. No posts, no statements, no sightings. For a whole week, his private jet didn't move from Toronto Pearson. But that didn't stop the leaks. A fake account claiming to be one of his ex-tour dancers dropped a wild story that Drake had secretly recorded a confrontation with one of his security guards who allegedly sold access to that rehearsal. Footage for $15,000. She posted screenshots showing payment receipts, though none could be verified. Still, fans ran with it. Soon the headlines read, Drake betrayed by his own security. And inside the $15,000 clip that broke this Six God, even people close to him started hinting something was off. One of his producers, 40, tweeted and deleted a single word: heavy. That was it. Just heavy. The internet went wild. Some said it referred to Drake's mental state. Others thought it meant the betrayal hit harder than anyone realized. Meanwhile, OVO insiders were whispering about a private meeting at Drake's mansion in Toronto. Reportedly, only 5 people were allowed in: his manager, security head, and 2 close friends. No phones, no assistants. After that night, multiple OVO staffers' LinkedIn profiles quietly removed Drake Tour's team from their bios. Coincidence? Fans didn't think so. Then came another twist. A major tabloid got its hands on what they claimed was an internal OVO memo, stating, "All live engagements temporarily suspended. Future touring to be reevaluated following artist decision." That hit the web like wildfire. Every outlet from Complex to the Shade Room reposted it. Suddenly, it wasn't just a rumor. It looked like confirmation. Drake fans flooded social media with heartbreak posts. He's really done performing. OVO Fest might have been his last show. This can't be real. The emotional outpouring was unreal. Even celebrities joined in. Nicki Minaj tweeted, "Protect that man." Real ones feel everything too deep. Lil Baby posted on Instagram, "Sometimes the loudest ones hurt in silence. My brother gone, bounce back." Even LeBron James commented under a fan page tribute. But just when it seemed like Drake had vanished for good, a mysterious Instagram Live notification popped up. The username was at OVO_6. It was unverified private, but within seconds, thousands joined. The camera showed a dimly lit room. You couldn't see Drake's face clearly, just his silhouette, his voice low and heavy. "I don't owe nobody an explanation," he said. "But I must say this once, not everything's for the public. Some of y'all crossed a line you can't come back from. Y'all turned my piece into content." The comments flooded in. "Drizzy, we love you. Come back, bro. Don't quit." But he didn't respond. He sat in silence for a full minute before saying quietly, "Maybe this is God's plan to end it here." Then the live ended. That 45-second live broke records. Even without verification, millions saw it reposted across social platforms. It became the #1 trending topic within the hour. But that wasn't the last surprise, candidly. Cassie dropped a follow-up video called "Drake's Secret Meeting with the Fan Who Exposed Him." According to her, the viral fan at Bria Louvzovo was allegedly contacted by Drake's team for a private sit-down in Toronto. Cassie claimed the fan turned down the offer, saying she was scared for her safety. Cassie even played an alleged voice memo of a woman sounding emotional, saying, "I didn't mean for it to go this far. I just posted a clip. I didn't know it'd break him like that." Viewers were stunned. Was it real? Nobody could confirm, but it didn't matter. The internet ate it up. Meanwhile, industry insiders said Drake was reevaluating everything. No more live tours. No more public appearances. Just the studio. Reports suggested he'd been recording therapy. Tracks describing how fame felt like being loved and hunted. At the same time, people close to him hinted that he might drop one last album, a goodbye letter to the stage. Tentatively titled Silence in the Six, fans clung to hope. Maybe he's just taking a break, they said. But those close to him painted a different picture. Drake's been through betrayal before, one insider said. But this time, it came from the people he trusted most, his fans. And the craziest part? Some fans started turning on the fan who posted the video. Her demise got leaked, death threats poured in, and her family had to deactivate her accounts. People blamed her for ending an era. She eventually went on TikTok Live crying, saying, "I didn't mean to hurt him. I was just posting what I saw." The internet split in two, half defending her, half condemning her. In the background, Drake's team quietly scrubbed mentions of future live events. His official website displayed only one message: "Thank you for everything." Paparazzi photos soon showed him flying out of Toronto in a black hoodie and jeans, avoiding cameras, looking nothing like the larger-than-life superstar. A fan caught him whispering to his bodyguard at the airport, "I just want peace." That clip alone had millions of views before it was deleted by the end of that week. Every hip-hop podcast, from No Jumper to Say Cheese Live, was covering this story. People debated whether Drake's retreat was temporary or permanent. But what nobody could deny was this: the man, and in the middle of it all, one question kept echoing through the internet like a haunting refrain. Did Drake really quit? Or is this just the calm before a storm nobody's ready for? 3 weeks passed. The buzz that started as internet noise had turned into a full-blown cultural moment. Every blog, every news outlet, every fan page had something to say about Drake's disappearance. Some swore he was in Turks and Caicos working on a farewell project. Others claimed he was in LA seeing a therapist under a different name. A few conspiracy theorists even said he had gone to Europe to start a spiritual cleanse. It's the kind that meant he was never coming back. But nobody really knew the truth. That was until a mysterious SoundCloud upload appeared out of nowhere. The title: The Last Show Demo Artist 6. It was only 2 minutes long, but fans instantly recognized the voice. It was Drake. There was no mistaking that tone: raw, tired, emotional. The track didn't sound mixed or mastered. It sounded confessional. It started with a crowd cheering faintly in the background, then silence, then Drake's voice saying, almost whispering, "Used to love the noise, now it makes me sick. Used to chase the light, now I pray it quits." That one line broke the internet. Within hours, the track was shared everywhere, reposted on TikTok, analyzed on YouTube, even slowed down and reversed by Reddit users who claimed there were hidden messages in the background vocals. And the lyrics. They hit harder than any verse he dropped in years. They filmed my fall like a highlight reel. Now I'm this story they can't believe is real. My fans turned into mirrors. Now all I see is shame. The 6 ain't home no more. It's just my name. Candidly, Cassie dropped a live reaction video crying, "Y'all, I don't think this is marketing. I think we're watching a man unravel in real time." Meanwhile, Say Cheese TV posted a screenshot from a verified producer's comment saying that track ain't fake. He recorded it the day after the concert. It's real pain. Overnight, The Last Show demo climbed to 1 million streams, even though it wasn't on official platforms. And just like that, the rumors that Drake was officially done performing became impossible to ignore. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. Leaked texts started circulating from a well-known music journalist claiming that the SoundCloud account wasn't Drake's. It was created by someone inside his team, someone who wanted that song out. Screenshots showed messages like, "Drake said no leaks." Too late. The world deserves to hear this. Fans went insane. Who in OVO would dare do that? Names started flying: producers, assistants, videographers. The fan base turned into detectives again. They began matching usernames, timestamps, even background noises from past clips, trying to figure out who betrayed him this time. Then another video dropped. This time from TMZ. It showed Drake in a black SUV leaving an LA studio. The paparazzi shouted, "Drake, are you quitting music? Are you done performing?" He didn't answer. But before he got in the car, he turned to the camera, gave a half smile, and said quietly, "Y'all really don't know what you've done?" That line instantly became a meme and a prophecy. Because later that night, at exactly midnight, Drake's entire website changed again. The OVO Owl logo faded to black, replaced by one sentence: "There's beauty in silence." The industry went wild. Billboard ran with the headline, "Drake's cryptic message fuels retirement rumors." Complex posted Drake might be done performing, and it's his fans' fault. Every outlet had an opinion. But what nobody realized was that this story wasn't over. It was about to take an even darker turn. Around the same time, a new YouTube channel popped up called The Real OVO Insider. It's a first video. Drake's private audio leaks, the truth about the fan betrayal. The clip was grainy audio only. It allegedly featured Drake on the phone with an unknown woman, maybe a friend, maybe someone from his label. His voice was calm but heavy. "I don't even care about the shows no more. They don't listen, they just record. I feel like a circus act. They love the fall more than the music." The woman on the call responds softly, "You don't mean that, Aubrey. You just need time." "I mean it," he says. "I'm tired of being public property." That clip spread like wildfire. But what shocked fans wasn't what he said. It was who uploaded it. Within hours, sleuths traced the account to an IP address connected to one of Drake's old tour photographers, someone he used to call family now. The betrayal felt biblical. Every gossip page went into overdrive. Screenshots of old Drake captions, cryptic lyrics, and even old interviews were being reanalyzed. Fans started saying Drake had been warning us for years, that songs like Emotionless and Middle of the Ocean were really his cries for help. And the more people watched, the more they realized this wasn't just a celebrity meltdown. This was a man unraveling under the weight of fame and fandom. For the first time in his career, Drake wasn't controlling the narrative. The narrative was controlling him. Even his closest allies were feeling the heat. DJ Future the Prince posted a story saying, "Some moments change everything. Respect privacy," then deleted it an hour later. Meanwhile, candidly, Cassie came back again with a breaking update. A producer friend told her Drake had canceled all pending festival appearances for the rest of the year, including a rumored headline slot at Rolling Loud. That was confirmation. Drake, the man who once said, "I live for the moments on stage," is walking away from the stage itself. But what really broke fans' hearts was what came next. A blurry photo surfaced of Drake standing on the balcony of his Toronto mansion, staring out at the skyline. No entourage, no lights, no camera. Just him, hoodie up, cigarette in hand. Someone from across the street took the photo and captioned it, "The loneliest sixth god." It became one of the most shared images of the year. Then, silence. No posts, no sightings, no leaks. Until one night, out of nowhere, a new song dropped on Spotify. No promotion, no artwork, just a white screen and the title, "The Farewell Live Mix." It started with a crowd cheering, the same one from his last concert. But this time, the music faded into nothing. Then Drake's voice came in, quiet and slow. "Don't cry for the boy on stage. He just gave the world his pain. They loved the hits, but missed the man, so I'm leaving where it all began." At the end of the song, there was no beat drop, no outro, just him whispering goodnight. That was it. Fans flooded the comments. Some said it was haunting. Others said it felt like closure. Say Cheese called it the eeriest goodbye in hip-hop. Candidly, Cassie said through tears, "If this is really the end, he just signed off like a legend." The next morning, major outlets confirmed that Drake's tour contracts were officially dissolved. Live Nation pulled all upcoming dates. His name was removed from festival rosters. He really did it. And as the world digested the end of an era, one final piece of the puzzle dropped. A TMZ report claiming that the original fan, the one who filmed the first clip, had received a handwritten letter in the mail. Allegedly from Drake's team, it simply read, "No hate, no anger, just peace." The fan posted a photo of it on her private story with the caption, "He's done, for real." The image spread everywhere now. The internet's divided once again. Some people say this is a powerful statement that Drake's finally choosing peace over pressure. Others claim it's all build up for a final project that'll break every streaming record ever. But the truth, no one really knows, because Drake hasn't said a word since. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the man who gave the world his voice has finally found power in silence. The sixth god has left the stage, and the world's still waiting for the encore. Weeks passed. The buzz that once sounded like chaos began to fade into a strange silence. No new leaks, no sightings, no cryptic Instagram stories. For the first time in over a decade, Drake's name wasn't trending. The man who once dominated every feed had become a ghost. But for the fans who'd been there from the beginning, the silence was unbearable. They weren't just missing the music, they were missing him. The captions, the quotes, the late-night live streams, the energy, the connection. Because no matter what you thought of Drake lover or hater, he had a way of making you feel like he was one of us. And now, it was like he disappeared without saying goodbye. Then came the whispers. Industry sources started claiming Drake had officially moved out of his Toronto mansion. Rumor was he'd bought land in Turks and Caicos, a private estate facing the ocean, where he could finally live without being watched. One local even told reporters that Drake had been seen writing in a notebook near the shore every morning, headphones on, ignoring the world. Meanwhile, OVO's social media accounts went dark. Their bios all changed to one phrase: "The world got too loud." Cassie from Candidly Cassie posted a tearful video. "If this is really how it ends, I hope y'all realize we did this. We pushed him too far. We made his pain our entertainment." Say Cheese TV ran the headline. "The King of the Six goes silent. Drake's fans caused what his enemies couldn't." The online debate reignited. Some fans defended him. He deserves peace. Others mocked the situation. Bro just got... At first, people thought it was fake. But when the video leaked onto Twitter, fans froze. It was Drake, sitting alone on a stage. No audience, no lights, just him, a microphone, and a single spotlight. He looked calm. Dressed in a simple black hoodie and sweats, he began speaking softly, his voice echoing across the empty arena. "You ever give your heart to the world and realize it was never yours again? I used to think the stage was my home, but now it feels like I'm trespassing in my own life." He paused, looking down, then continued. "I don't hate my fans. I love them too much. But love can turn heavy when the same people who lift you up start watching just to see you fall." He took a deep breath, adjusted the mic, and said something that gave everyone chills. "So this ain't goodbye. It's just peace. Real peace. I hope y'all find yours too." Then he started singing a slow, stripped-down version of Headlines. No beat, no production, just piano and his voice. When he reached the line, "I might be too strung out on compliments," he laughed softly, like he finally understood what it all meant. When the song ended, he dropped the mic, looked at the empty seats, and whispered, "Thank you." The video ended there. Fans cried. Blogs crashed. Hashtags exploded again. Hashtag "Thank you, Drake." Hashtag "Six Forever." Hashtag "Goodbye to the stage." Even artists who once dissed him paid respect. Kanye posted a white dove emoji on X. J. Cole said during a show, "The boy never touches the mic again. He's still the GOAT." The entire industry went silent for one night, just in honor. But the story didn't stop there. Days later, Spotify's homepage changed. A new playlist appeared, Drake, The Final Era. It wasn't official, but it trended for days. Every track told his story from Best I Ever. Had to. The farewell. Fans started hosting candlelight vigils in cities across the world: Toronto, Atlanta, London, Lagos, and even Tokyo. Some stood outside OVO stores playing his music through Bluetooth speakers. Others held posters saying, "We're sorry," maybe somewhere far away. Drake saw it, because a week later, one final message appeared on his official Instagram story. White background, simple black text. They loved the show, but I had to find myself. Love forever. It was up for 10 minutes, then gone. That was the last